And here is God walking the nation of Israel into a place called Marah, the place of bitterness. Could it be that God was trying to purge some bitterness from their hearts so that they could experience the bitterness that he had for them? You see, I need somebody to grab hold of this. You see, God will fight the enemies in your life. And the very first enemy that he's trying to fight in the lives of the nation of Israel is the enemy of bitterness. 400 years of hurt. 400 years of pain, 400 years of tyranny, 400 years of sorrow, 400 years of brokenness, 400 years of wondering whether or not God is going to show up. There was some bitterness, there was some resentment, there was some stuff that was building up on the inside of them, and God was trying to walk them into a promise. And there's absolutely no way that the promise can come to fruition in your life if you allow all of that stuff that is bitter to keep you back. And so God is trying to walk them into better, while at the same time, he's trying to purge something that was old. And it's so ironic that he uses the physical manifestation of thirst to do it. Because when you become thirsty, there's nothing that you will not do to get you a sip of water. So what is God trying to do? I believe what God is trying to do with the nation of Israel in this moment is to find out what they're really thirsty for. I believe in this moment what God is trying to do is to find out what they really thirst for spiritually. And so he uses this physical manifestation of thirst to teach us something, to show us something, to show us who he is. And you see, sometimes God will use conflict, sometimes he'll use comfort. So often in life, we tend to equate conflict with the enemy and comfort with God. But sometimes the enemy will make you so comfortable in hopes that you'll forget who God is. And so God will allow the conflict so that you'll see that he's the only one who can quench your thirst. Y'all not hearing what I'm throwing at you. You see, so he comes out and he says, I am Jehovah Rapha. I am the God who heals. I am the God who heals not just everything that's happening on the inside of you, but I can heal the stuff that's happening on the outside of you. I am Jehovah Rapha over every deficiency in your life. I'm Jehovah Rapha over that bitter water. I'm Jehovah Rapha over the bitterness in your spirit. I'm Jehovah Rapha over your marriage. I'm Jehovah Rapha over your kids. I'm Jehovah Rapha over your finances. I'm Jehovah Rapha over your brokenness. I need somebody up in here. I'm about to speak to somebody because you've been crying tears at night and you're overwhelmed with the circumstances in your life and nobody knows how overwhelmed you are. Can I tell you something? His name is above every other name. It's Jehovah Rapha over your problem. It's Jehovah Rapha over your difficulty. It's Jehovah Rapha. It's so cool to me, so ironic that God would choose to display himself as the healer through the illustration of thirst. It's so unusual to me for him to talk about thirst when really he's trying to speak to the thirst that their hearts and their spirits should have. He uses the physical manifestation of thirst to show them something. You see, the physical manifestation of thirst was only the product of a greater need. The greater need that they had was a spiritual need. The greater need was the need that they had to get out of Egypt. I need you to understand this, you see, because God was not just trying to get them out of a land, he was trying to get the land out of them. God was not just trying to get them out of slavery, he was trying to get the mindset of slavery out of them. God was not just trying to move locations with them. He was trying to move their spirits in such a way that they no longer saw themselves the way they've been told that they were for 400 years. You see, you're not catching what I'm throwing. What God was doing was he was not just removing them from Egypt, he was removing Egypt from them. The bitterness that had worked its way into generation after generation after generation after generation. And so now they begin to grumble really quick when they get to this place, the Marah, the desert, this place of dryness, this place of bitterness. And I have to wonder how many times the grumbling has caused us to miss the healing. Because rather than drinking in the presence of God, we fill our mouths with the cares of this world and we wonder why we never move to better. It's because we never let go of bitter.